Welcome to this episode of OC Now. I'm Brandon Dre.
And I'm Sabina Kelly.
We are very excited to host this edition of OC Now, as this is our first episode of the new spring semester.
Our student news team has come together to create a new experience for you. We hope you like it.
So, once again, welcome to OC Now, your news source for all things OC. Let's get started. Call if you can, text if you can't. Texting 911 is now available in Orange County. This is the latest in emergency news for this tech-savvy society. Texting to 911 is a great option for those who are deaf, hard of hearing, or have a speech impediment, but it can also be useful in dangerous situations. If that's the case, remember to silence your phones. It is most important to give your specific location or address, as dispatchers cannot locate you based on your text to 911. Also indicate if your emergency is police, fire, or medical related. Emergency officials still encourage a voice call when seconds and life-saving information matter, and as always, the 911 system is reserved for true emergencies. Remember, call if you can, text if you can't.
Homelessness in South OC is a growing concern since the Santa Ana Riverbed homeless eviction back in February 2018. OC News Team reporter Jacob Bates has more on the story.
Live in San Clemente, North Beach.
That was Darren, who is part of the growing homeless population in San Clemente, many of whom used to occupy the Santa Ana Riverbed over the course of the last decade. However, complaints by nearby residents and businesses forced them to leave the Santa Ana Riverbed and move elsewhere. Many of them have journeyed to San Clemente. We met with several residents of San Clemente and asked if they have seen a noticeable increase in the amount of homeless in their city.
Yeah, I have actually. There's every time I walk my dog, I go down there after, and there's always just like 5-6 of them just lined up.
Yeah.
It's kind of sad, yeah.
There's people coming from Brazil to here.
That's true.
So, what's the difference?
That's
Everybody's coming here.
I think I've seen 1 or 2 homeless people.
1 or 2.
There's one fellow who lives by the tracks down there.
It's increasing. It's increasing with population. You know, if we were back down to 16,000 people, I might see 1 or 2. Today you see 10.
City officials and workers have provided temporary housing solutions in various motels and shelters. Some of the homeless have taken residence along San Juan Creek and San Juan Capistrano. We met with the private contractor who works with the city in that area to see what is currently being done for the homeless population.
They don't want them to leave the creek. They want them to stay in the creek. Because if they don't, then they end up in shopping centers and parks, and they're fine with them being in the creek. They just want them to clean up their trash, which they're not going to do.
In order to get public insight, we asked some residents what they feel should be done for San Clemente's homeless population.
Let them be, just let them live their life, because the last thing they want, they're already homeless, the last thing they want to deal with is just like, you know, just being moved every month or so, or whatever it is. So, I mean, yeah, that's what I think about that.
I think it has to be done with ancillary social services too. More than just a house for people, or apartment, but living with the idea of getting help from social services and so on to try to make it in life.
First of all, I don't understand homelessness the way the people that I've talked to. I don't understand where they're coming from. I mean, you know, I start working when I was 12 years old. Why aren't they working? Why aren't they washing dishes or doing some dumb thing besides standing there? And I know one guy up there at the park, he lives on his bicycle with 4 plastic bags hanging from the handlebars. That's his total possessions.
With recent homeless counts of approximately 3,400 people and only about 2,000 beds available in shelters, there isn't a permanent solution to provide housing services to Orange County's homeless. Only time will tell what will happen in regards to this issue. Reporting for OC News Team, I'm Jacob Bates.
The Friendship Shelter in Laguna Beach is currently the only South County shelter available for the homeless. It remains to be seen if any additional beds will be added in the South OC area.
After a vote from City Council members, San Juan Capistrano will relocate its water utilities to Santa Margarita Water District. City Council believes this will lead to better handling of the water and sewer infrastructure, especially during droughts and other disasters. Councilman Derek Reeves said negotiations will continue over the next few months, before making a decision to have Santa Margarita take over the department. San Juan Capistrano remains one of the few cities left in South Orange County that directs its own water activity.
If you've noticed that you've been wearing your winter coat for an unusual amount of time this year, well, you have. Meteorologists say that Orange County and Los Angeles have endured the coldest February in the last 50 years. The National Weather Service announced that LA temperatures were roughly 5 degrees lower than average, making record-breaking lows. Orange County saw average temperatures ranging from 58 to 61 degrees this February, making temperatures historically low for the first time since 1962. So what's caused these chilly temperatures? Weather storms brought clouds that blocked sunlight, rain, and quite a bit of snow for the local mountain ranges. Some more light rainfall is expected through mid-March in the Pacific Southwest region before clearing up later this month.
The U.S. Food and Drug Administration claims that over 3.6 million students are using e-cigarettes. But are there any health benefits to vaping compared to cigarette smoking? The New England Journal of Medicine reports that vaping actually helps cigarette cessation more than the nicotine patch. Here's what students at Saddleback College had to say.
And what is your stance on vaping, and do you vape yourself?
There's a lot of people saying it's kind of bad. I don't really see it as being bad. I do vape myself.
I don't think it should be allowed on campus at all.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think it should be on campus. I don't think I should be pretty much forced to be around, smoking, nicotine, cigarette smoke. It's just unnecessary. I come to school to learn and other things, not to be around smoke.
Some of the ads make it sound like a fashionable or like a safer alternative, and I'm not really sure if there's a lot backing that up.
What do you think about vaping having so many flavors and those flavors maybe being addicting?
It's like anything else in life. You got video games, you got candy, you got chips, so pick your poison. You got alcohol.
What do you think about the rules that you can't smoke on campus, like anywhere?
The rules is not smoking on campus. As far as vaping goes, I think that you should be able to smoke on campus. Outside, cigarettes, no, because cigarettes linger. Vape actually evaporates into the air.
I've seen it work for some people. My brother and his wife actually used vaping to quit smoking, and they just kind of weaned off of the nicotine milligrams, so it does work.
Usually it runs me about, if I actually have just the device itself and I'm just buying juice from about a month-to-month basis, I'm thinking about upwards to $20 to about $25 a month just for a bottle.
Do you think if anybody were to smoke around you, like blow a vape cloud or smoke a cigarette under you, how would that make you feel?
On me, it wouldn't bother me too much, but I'd tell them, hey, I don't need that on my clothes depending on the flavor. I mean, if it's something fruity and they want to blow it into my hoodie, I'm not going to say no. Because, shoot, if I didn't put cologne on in the morning, that's fresh cologne. Thank you.
An increase in beach dolphins is raising concerns with the marine mammal rescue groups. The culprit is a newly discovered toxic algae that is growing within the area due to constant waves of storms we received throughout February. The Southern California Ocean Observing System states that this algae produces a type of bacteria that is poisonous to humans, birds, and marine mammals upon ingestion. The Laguna Beach Rehab Group, Pacific Marine Mammal Center, has responded to 10 different cases within the last 2 weeks. Many of the dolphins cannot be saved. The CEO of the Pacific Marine Mammal Center called this incident heartbreaking, yet a scientific opportunity to understand the changes we see in our coastal waters.
According to the National Weather Service, February storms soaked California with 18 trillion gallons of water, heightening attention on the issue of coastal erosion. OC Now's Christian Michael has been following the destruction on South Orange County's beaches.
South Orange County beach towns, known for sunsets and surfing, hiking trails, dining and shopping. Without question, it's a coastal paradise. But many are asking, where are the beaches going?
It's very sad. It's very sad. I can remember not too long ago, this beach went out and it seemed like maybe another couple hundred feet.
Our beaches were 50 feet longer 50 years ago, and it's taken 50 years to get to the point where they're at right now, where we almost don't have any more beaches anymore.
In my opinion, beach erosion is inevitable. We're going to lose a piece. Nature has its way. We can do our best to put whatever up against it. It's still eventually going to erode.
the beach has eroded in ways that I've never seen in my life. I mean, there's no beach on the point at Trestles. Once you go south of the tip of the point, there's no sand there anymore.
With what sand is remaining, county workers are struggling to save.
Evidently, the ocean levels are rising.
That's one theory, but how does urban development and weather play a role?
Instead of the rain washing down sediment into the creeks and out to the ocean, now it's just clean rainwater. So there's nothing deposited onto the ocean anymore.
As agencies debate solutions from sand replenishment to rock and boulder placement to simply letting Mother Nature do her thing, if the beaches fade away, there are always other alternatives for that sunset beach stroll. Reporting for OC News Team, I'm Christian Michael.
Saddleback College's athletic department announced on February 20th that 159 of the college's 301 student athletes were named to the athletic honor roll. These student athletes held at least a 3.0 GPA while enrolled in 12 or more units throughout the fall season, and 8 of the 10 college's athletic teams held above a 3.0 GPA. Women's volleyball leads the list with a 3.46, followed by women's golf and women's water polo. Men's basketball came in first among male sports with a 3.12 GPA. Congratulations to these Gaucho student athletes.
Anaheim is building another emergency homeless shelter in response to a civil rights court settlement regarding the removal of homeless people from the Santa Ana riverbed a year ago. The La Mesa Emergency Shelter will accommodate about 100 people until the Salvation Army builds a larger facility with 600 beds. La Mesa will have 2 private spaces for families with children, 2 men's dorms, and an area where 4 couples can sleep. Since January 2014, the city of Anaheim has helped 1,500 people off the streets and into permanent housing, with 90% of them staying housed.
One of the biggest problems Saddleback College students face is parking. There never seems to be enough spots for people to park, especially with the risk of getting a ticket for not having a pass. OC Now's Courtney Hoschauer is on the scene reporting.
Saddleback College is located just off the 5 freeway on Marguerite and Avery Parkway. There are more than 20,000 students enrolled at Saddleback. During busy school hours, parking is no easy task.
I mean, I come here in the mornings every day, and to be honest, it is bad. It gets a little bad. There are a couple of parking spots behind this building, but what I feel like is the problem is just the way it's organized. And sometimes they will ticket you, sometimes they won't. So you'll see a lot of students that don't even have parking tickets. But as my personal experience, I've been ticketed twice, even if I had a sticker on. So yeah, I feel like they do need some more management when it comes to parking.
With the number of students receiving parking tickets daily, students should consider purchasing a semester pass for $40 or an annual pass for $80 on Saddleback's school website. Daily parking permits cost $5, and students may park in staff parking after 5 p.m.
People have stickers and they wouldn't have that opportunity to park because someone who doesn't have a sticker already parked there and they can't park there, you know. I feel like it would be just better management. And as for the spaces, there's a lot of spaces. Like I see them behind the math and science building, but they're too far from these buildings over here, and I guess that's why people don't park over there.
This has been Courtney Hoschauer reporting for OC News Team.
That's it for our show today. Be sure to visit our website at ocnewsteam.com, as well as on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. I'm Sabina Kelly.
And I'm Brandon Dre. On behalf of the entire OC News team here at Saddleback, thank you for joining us on OC Now. We'll see you next time, Orange County.